security agencies and to assist us to make the state safe. I also want to call on our emirs, traditional title holders, local government chairmen to continue to be part of the solution and never part of the problem. No traditional leader, village or local government official must partake in or tolerate criminal activities such as harboring bandits, negotiating illegal settlements with criminals, or selling community farmlands, forest reserves, abating or giving cover to criminals, or illegally disposing of land and forest resources, even at the level of the Minister of Land, will be dealt with summarily. Our government has adopted a deliberate policy of strategic and incremental preservation of forests. The goal is to open up opportunities for agricultural expansion, irrigation and rural development without compromising other legitimate needs such as grazing reserves or the protection of our fragile ecology. We are determined to stop illegal deforestation, illegal mining, illegal charcoal production, and the use of forests as hideouts for criminals. We will continue to balance the needs of farmers, herders, investors, and future generations in a responsible manner, but we will not allow any forest, mountain, or settlement in Bauchi State to become a sanctuary for bandits and other criminal elements. In the areas of democratic governance, when we assumed office in 2019, the local government elections have not been conducted for over 10 years. We detected this violation of the Constitution by promptly organizing local government election as and when due and by supporting and implementing genuine autonomy for local governments. Similarly, we have built a befitting new government house and international conference center that we are here using today. And we have put a modern complex for the judiciary too. This very presentation is being held at this time when the State Assembly complex is being reconstructed and upgraded so that our lawmakers can operate in a legislative environment. As a one-time legislator myself, I understand the central role of the legislature in our democracy. That is why we are implementing full financial autonomy for both the judiciary and the legislature. Our goal is not to accumulate power at the center. It is to decentralize it so that citizens at all levels can feel the presence of governance. And they are not Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in recognition of this effort, our administration has received several national awards. We were conferred with the Distinguished Service Award in Urban Development by the administration of the late President Muhammad Buhari, DCFR, for our roads to urban. In rural development, under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR, for our extensive rural roads and community intervention and the relationship we have with all the leaders from the state to the local, especially our labor traditional institutions. Most recently, just last week, we received fresh recognition from the Presidency for Good Governance and Reforms. These awards are not for me alone. They belong to all of you, the people of Bauchi State, and to our all institutions. They are recognition that money cannot buy. They remind us that we must never discriminate against any part of the state on account of political differences or religious persuasion. Indeed, Bauchi State has survived many plots and attempts to create confusion and disharmony. We overcame them because our people across party lines, ethnicities and religion chose unity over division and progress over conflict. We are building inclusive institutions, inclusive growth, ensuring that youth, women and so-called minorities are represented in our cabinet and political appointments. Human capital development remains the cornerstone of our transformation agenda. Despite resource constraints, we have made significant progress in education, especially through our partnership with development partners under programs such as Adolescent Girls Initiative, Learning and Employment Agile. Thousands of children, especially girls, have either returned to school or remained in school as a result of improved infrastructure and support. Targeted instrumental and community mobilization. These interventions are complemented by our own investment in renovating most of our primary schools, providing teaching materials and supporting teachers, particularly in rural areas. In healthcare, we prioritize both infrastructure and human resource. We are working to achieve and maintain the 15% health budget benchmark agreed in Abuja in the Abuja Declaration. Our collaboration with partners through maternal, newborn and child health interventions have targeted millions of under 5 children and pregnant women with essential services such as immunization, vitamin E supplementation and antenatal care. By expanding community-based interventions, home visits, facility-based quality improvement, we are beginning to reverse negative trends in maternal and health care, even though we recognize that there is still a long way to go. At this juncture, I thank our traditional institution for their advocacy, especially my Emir, His Royal Highness the Emir of Das. In the area of infrastructural development, we will continue to build on the massive investment we have made over the last 6 years. The network of roads constructed across the length and breadth of the state has opened up communities, markets and farmlands, thereby unleashing our economic potential as a state. Work is steadily progressing on ongoing projects across all senatorial zones, while new roads, bridges, urban renewal projects are being proposed in this budget to consolidate these gains. Our continuous commitment to capital investment is informed by 2 main reasons. First, these are productive investments that generate long-term benefits and increase the productive capacity and output of our economy. Secondly, capital investments stimulate demand for goods, services and related industries and encourage private sector activity. In short, we are deliberately laying the foundation for sustained economic growth and development in both states. Agriculture remains the largest contributor of our GDP and the sector with the highest employment capacity. In the 21st century, agriculture can only survive through it and thrive if it is technology-driven and market-oriented. We are therefore focusing on creating an enabling environment for private sector participation, improved extension services, irrigation, access to finance, and value addition. We are also shifting the agricultural curriculum and practices from mere production to processing, packaging, and marketing, so that our farmers can capture more value along the chain. We are encouraging everybody, including our elders, our leaders, the traditional institutions, our civil servants, and our politicians, go back to the farm. That is why at the beginning of each rainy season, we give holidays to our level 0 to 1 to 12, so that at least they can produce food and put it on the table. And that has really worked. We invest in livestock development and related value chain through the livestock productivity and resilience support project, LPRESS. We have commenced the development of an all-inclusive livestock service center on 200 hectares of land at Galambi at the cost of over 12 billion naira. And we are rehabilitating and constructing slaughterhouses in 15 local government areas, upgrading veterinary clinics and livestock market. We are the leaders in the country in terms of the number of livestock that we have in the state. This effort will enhance productivity, promote commercialization, and reduce conflict between farmers and herders. Represent one of the fastest growing sectors globally, with immense capacity to absorb our young people. Both State has the highest number of computer and IT skills development on this advantage by training youth in areas such as cybersecurity and digital skills in batches to prepare them for local and global opportunities. In addition to opportunities in oil and gas, that for employment or self-employment and entrepreneurship in these sectors. With abundant limestone and other raw materials for cement production, we have signed a memorandum of understanding with Resident Cement Company for the establishment of a multi-billion naira cement. Our rebel traditional rulers, drawing inspiration from global commercial centers, we envisage transforming Bauchi into a focal point for trade and investment in the Northeast. With favorable ranking and ease of doing business, a peaceful environment, and our massive investment in infrastructure, Bauchi State presents a golden opportunity for investors and hosted investment summit in 2025. Summit brought together diverse stakeholders from and within outside the country, including global CEOs, two former presidents of Nigeria, the current vice president, ambassadors, investors and development partners. Investment proposal of about $5.6 billion and 100 billion naira were presented across sectors such as agriculture, solid minerals, petroleum, ICT, tourism, sports, infrastructure, and manufacturing. This was done to place Bauchi firmly on the path of sustainable development, improve our internally generated revenue, create jobs, and enhance the standard of living, and improving the quality of life of our people. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, our plan is therefore comprehensive. It defines clear strategies and course of action required to realize our vision, and the 2026 budget we are presenting today is a central instrument to move us from where we were or where we are now to where we intend to take Bauchi to by the time we exit. With improved revenue streams from the Federation account, we presented a supplementary budget during the year, which this Honorable House graciously approved. We are grateful for that. This expanded the size of the 2025 budget, even though implementation of the newly approved budget will only commence in the final quarter of the year, thereby affecting our overall budgetary performance. As of 30th September 2025, we have achieved about 79.1% implementation of the 2025 budget. With continued faithful execution of targeted projects and programs in the last quarter, we remain optimistic of attaining not less than 85% performance by the end of the fiscal year. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, our rebel traditional leaders, the year 2026 budget, which I have tagged the budget of consolidation and sustainability, is prepared on the basis of medium-term expenditure framework (MTEP) in compliance with Bauchi State Fiscal Responsibility Law 2009. It also complies with the National Budget Format and Chart of Accounts, and aimed at improving the quality of financial reporting in line with the International Public Sector Accounting Standard (IPSAS). 2026 budget has been predicated on the assumptions of all production of 1.6 million barrels per day, the benchmark per barrel, an exchange rate of 1,440 US$, an improved level of revenue accruals into the Federation account, and the more efficient system of internally generated revenue by the state government. In the course of preparing this budget, government has taken the critical impact they will make, reducing non-essential overheads, implementing contributory pensions into the state, complying with budget guidelines issued by the Nigerian Governors Forum to ensure fair review